Hi, everybody. What you're going to need today is if you can put your camera so that if you're going to do this on YouTube or the recording afterwards, get to where you can stand in a door frame. If you have a door frame, you're going to be amazed at some of the stuff we're going to do to warm up. Then we're going to get right into our weights. But before that, we're going to use a deflated basketball. So what do I mean by that? Right here. See this? You couldn't bounce it. See, it won't bounce, but it's still got air in it. Okay? So if you're going to use a ball, if you're going to use any kind of a cylinder and put your foot on it, which is what we're going to do a lot of. See how I'm just kind of, but the minute I put my foot up there, I don't want to push into it. That's what I don't want to do. I have this here for insurance. So this is in case I over or under shift. So what you need to know, it's very important for you to really know this. The biggest reason for falling is because we have lost the ability to move quick enough to catch ourselves. We can't get that foot off of that rolling, whatever we're tripping on. I don't care if it's a curb, I don't care if it's a little rock, a piece of wood, whatever. Do you see what I'm doing right now? So see, here's my cylinder. So here's my door frame. I'm going to be in my door frame, but I'm just working this right here. And if I've got my cylinder, I'll just hold on to the door frame. See, I don't want to get off camera, but see, I would be holding on to the door frame just gently. Gently. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm pushing a little into that cylinder. It could be a can of food. If you don't have a deflated basketball, a volleyball, one of those weighted balls that Frank has, and his has got sand in it or something. Do you see what I'm doing? So what is this forcing me to do? Number one, it's forcing me to take my whole body weight into one side, okay? Do you see how I'm manipulating my ankle? Yeah, take a big breath through your nose. Then you put that foot down because you should, by now, if you did all of that with me, everything that I'm doing, you should have felt this side heating up, okay? Then I'm gonna put my hand on the other side of the door, however you need to do. And I'm going to put the other foot on that cylinder, on that rolled up sock, on that deflated basketball. I'm going to try to do this not putting my pole on the ground, putting all my weight. I'm going to go this way so you can see what I'm doing. See, I'm shifted into this side. I'm bringing my foot up, and I'm not going to use this, but I have it hovering. I have it hovering over the ground in case I get a momentary, I'm off balance. See, put that down. Because I don't want you to pull your back or do anything like that. But in order to do some of this work, you got to get to that point where you're like, I don't know, I'm rolling that ball, but it's very scary. I feel like I'm getting off. Put your pole down. Put your hand on the door. See this? See how I'm just going toe down, toe back? See, I'm just rolling it like that, okay? Then I'm gonna go, and I can keep changing my pole, or I can keep going from one side to the other side of my door frame. See, if I'm in my door frame, I won't use the pole. I'll just do this. See, I'll just do this, but I'll do it with one hand, and I'll change hands, and I keep changing. So I'll keep changing with my little ball. So a door frame, I think you can still see the ball. A door frame is a perfect training medium because I can go like this. See, tap, tap, tap. And I can use the door frame or not. And I'm going to try to use, I'm just going to have my hand close. I'm not going to use it. So this is a very important part of training. It's there but I may not need it. And when I do this kind of motion, all I'm doing is putting my foot on top of that squishy basketball. See that? But I'm thinking line up, line up, line up. So what does that mean? That means my ears are gonna be right over my shoulders, not this. So I have to go chin tucked, big breath into the nose, drop my shoulders, soften my knees. So I'm gonna shift, shift, shift. See, I'm right here in my door frame. I'm pretending that this is a door frame. Here's my squishy ball. If I didn't have a door frame, then I would have a pole, or I would be on I'll spell that for you at some point. I'll put my hand on a wall or the door frame, whatever that you can do. But if you've got a door frame, which most of us have door frames, and you have a basketball, oh my goodness. Here we go. So we've already started shifting. And when you shift, what am I wanting you to do? Am I wanting you to do this and round your back? And no. So we've got to get neutral spine, okay? Just keep saying, what is neutral spine? It's if you were up against a wall and you were touching the back part of your head, between your shoulders, and right here. Those three places would be touching. So drop your chin in, shift, 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 put your hand hovering in front of the door frame. Don't lean, stay right here, shift. Now I want you to lift your whole foot and put it on top of that cylinder. Then I want you to put that foot down, shift, drop your shoulders, tuck chin, tight tummy, tight tummy. I'm gonna release, I'm gonna bring it up there, okay? So I can tell, even though this is a fairly simple move, that for me to get in position with my hip replaced side, it's just a little harder for me to think about bringing my whole foot just up on top of my ball. See that? Then I come back down and I shift. And I think neutral spine. What is neutral spine? Ear, shoulder, hip. I'm not doing this, and I'm not rounding my back, and I'm not junking my chin out. Okay, so shift, have your hands right in front of your door frames, tap, and then lift your toe, 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 down, shift. Okay, my hands are here, but I'm not really touching. Now I'm gonna go full body into that side, and I'm gonna go on top of that cylinder. So it could be a little ball, it could be a rolled up socks, but you're not pressing into it, you're just tapping, tapping. See that? I'm tapping, 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 down, and shift. Get into neutral again, because the minute you shift, you're going to be leaning forward. So I'm trying to get you to do this whole task in a neutral spine, and then when I'm ready to tap, I'll have my hands close to the wall, close to the door frame, but I won't have them gripping it, okay? So shift, bring that foot up, tap. Okay, now we're gonna do a little quicker. You staying with me? So this is very important. Don't go quicker if you're still working with balance when you bring your leg up. Don't go quicker, okay? Have your hands close to the door frame, but not gripping. Boom, boom, boom. Back, tap, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Have your hands right next to the door frame. Rib cage up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now your feet are wide. Your ball, whatever form it is, it could even be a can. You're in neutral spine. I'm going to take this ball and just tap it to my other foot. I'm not kicking it. I'm shifting, and then I want to lift this foot and drag it and tap right there. And that's when you have to be by a door frame, because you will over or under balance. It's called catching yourself. So this is what this whole exercise that I'm doing right now, this whole series right now, it's aimed at trying to get you to move your feet more quickly, because we're losing the ability to do that. So when you do it in a safe environment and you move that foot, and see, I want you to go really wide, and I want you to shift and pull that ball, pull that cylinder right into there. Don't use this if you don't need it, but your hands are here. And hang on to that ball, hang on to that ball. So many of you who were ever in sports in any way, you will recognize these as just foot drills for soccer, for many other sports, but this is for quick moving of your feet, manipulating your foot, shifting, putting your weight into one, then the other. See, I'm just dragging that ball, dragging that ball. Then I'm gonna go quickly back into the tapping. So I'm right here, my hands are here at the door frame. I'm gonna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and take a big breath, tap, 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 tap. Now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna bring it up to my heel. I'm gonna lift my toe and push my heel into the cylinder. Then I'm gonna drag it back, and a squishy basketball, a squishy soccer ball, or squishy volleyball is the perfect thing, because I'm dragging it back. See now? See, I'm on this, but I'm behind with my foot. I'm way back there. Then come back. So these are all foot manipulation drills to help you have better, quicker foot action. Okay? Shift. Here I go to the other one. My hands are at my door frame, or holding my dowel, or a wall. I'm going to put my foot up on that squishy ball, and I'm going to roll it forward where my toe's pointing down. Then I'm going to go all the way back, and I want to get the ball behind me, but I'm still maintaining. See, it's way back here. So I'm going to push it back there. I'm going to push it back there. So I'm pushing my toe into that cylinder a little. And the whole time I'm doing these alternating foot on the ball moves, what am I doing? I'm doing single leg stances. Yes. So take a big breath through your nose. All you have to do is shut your mouth. Right. Now I'm going to shift, and I'm going to put my foot into the ball. My hands are at the wall, but I'm not grabbing. See, the very first thing that you are thinking you got to do, the minute you put your foot up on that ball and it starts to move a little bit, is you reach and grab. And I'm trying to get you to put your weight into your body. Then I'm going to bring that ball up in front of my other foot. See that? And then I'm going to take it back. See that? See that? I'm going to roll it, and I'm going to go in front of my foot, crossing midline. Then I'm going to move it back. Then I'm going to put my foot down. So this one will be challenging for some of you, because I know some of your challenges: knee replacements, hip replacements, feet issues. This is the reason why we're losing our ability to move our foot quickly in order to catch ourselves if we're falling. Now, see, I have my hand right here. I'm not gripping it, but it's right here, kind of touching it, because This side is much more unstable for me because it's my hip replace side. So I'm gonna do a more challenging move, which means move the ball up and over in front of my supported foot. Then I'm gonna move it back. And then I'm gonna move it back. Okay, make sure you're not locking your knee. I'm gonna move it, move it, move it. And see, I have one finger on my door frame. One finger while I keep working at this little manipulation, okay? So about now, if you were doing all that with me, and you were really trying to get that ball up and over in front of the foot and over and back, you're starting to heat up and you feel it, okay? So now I'm going to show you the door frame. So we're going to use that again in just a minute, but here's my door frame. If you have a ball and a door frame, you can do everything as far as task, skill, warm up, open up. Oh, if you're getting up and you're tight and you can hardly walk because of whatever, spinal stenosis, arthritis, osteoporosis, but you still need to move because see, we want to be independent, right? Use a door frame. Put your hands on the side of the door frame, okay? So we've already done a lot of shifting back and forth, one leg to the other. We've done a lot of single leg standing. If you were with me at the very beginning, we've done a lot of single leg standing. Now we're inside of a door frame. If you're not where there is a door and you can watch what I'm doing, and see, I'm using, this is my door frame. It's just a little tiny bit wider. So if you have a door in your house, you can do everything I'm doing here. I'm gonna put my hands here on my door frame, wide open, and I'm going to step my foot forward. And as I start to feel this is very important. This next little thing, you gotta drop those shoulders. Because the minute that you get into this and you start to feel your shoulders are coming up around your ears, I know this. Drop your shoulders, step forward gently. Start to open the chest. Keep your chin tucked. So you're just stepping through. Drop your shoulders. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders. Take a breath. Go a little further. Drop your shoulders. Take a breath. Then come back. Okay? So I'm right here in the door frame. This is my door frame. Step forward. As you're stepping forward, you're dropping your shoulders, dropping your chin, saying rib cage up, press, press, press. Try to keep your heel down and back. If you can, take a breath. Drop your shoulders, press, 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 a little further. Press, 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 and then come back. Now your hands go up a little bit, okay? They go up a little bit on your door frame. So before I was right here, now I'm gonna be up here, okay? Drop your shoulders. That's number one, always number one, drop your shoulders, okay? There's only one time that we're gonna let our shoulders go way up, okay? On purpose, is when we get our hands all the way to the top. So now my hands are right here, okay? And I'm gonna walk through. I'm gonna walk through the door with my shoulders down and my hands up a bit. Take a big deep breath, drop your chin. Take a big deep breath, drop your chin. Take a big deep breath, drop your shoulders. Step back. Okay, so now I'm right here at my door frame. And now I'm gonna keep my feet. I don't want my feet to move. And I'm gonna reach across my body. So I'm right here, I'm gonna reach like that. Yep, just reach across and grab the door frame. See that? Now push against the door frame, drop your shoulders, do not move your feet, they're headed forward, and then turn. Keep your chin tucked, really push against that door frame. Push against it, push against it, push against it. You're trying to get yourself to turn even more. More. Come back to the center. Right here in the center. Come back. Now I go across here and I put my hand right here and I'm pulling. Keep your shoulders down, take a big breath. Shoulders down, take a big breath. Shoulders down, take a big breath. Come back right here. Yay. Now I'm going to bring my hands not only this height, and some of you I know have had shoulder issues. If you can move your hands against the door frame, using the door frame to help you climb your fingers all the way up, walk in, and go up to where you're on the top of the door frame, and your fingers are just touching the top, okay? And then you're gonna walk through the door. See that? And my fingers are at the top, and I'm gonna go as far as I feel I can go. Keep your chin tucked. Take a big deep breath. Hold it there, and then come back. Now I'm gonna put my hands down lower on the door frame. So now I'm gonna be right here, okay? You're doing good. So, as I'm right here, I'm lower on the door frame, I'm gonna push against the heel of my hand, and I'm gonna step my leg back really far, okay? And as my hands come down the door frame, I'm gonna dip my knee. Make sure that your foot is way out here. I don't want to hurt your knee here. See, I'm gonna come down. I'm holding the door frame. I'm gonna go all the way down if I can, and then I'm gonna use the door frame to help me back up. So you grip that door frame. You come down, you say rib cage up, you say rib cage up, you say rib cage up, take a big deep breath, and then you come back. Now you don't have to touch your knee to the floor, but I want you to try to get as far as you can, okay? I'm gonna do it one more time on this side. So see, I take my hands down the door frame, I'm pushing with the heel of my hand, I come all the way down, and then I come back up, okay? And I use my door frame, all right? Then I'm gonna step forward, and I'm gonna take the other leg way back, like way back, okay? So make sure you're enough forward on your front foot. So you stretch your heel course pretty good, but then you start to bend that knee. See that? Just kind of see if that's okay. See that? And then come back up. You don't have to go all the way down. Drop your shoulders. You're pushing your heel of your hand on the door frame. You're using the door frame. You're hanging on. You're going down as far as you can, and then come back up. And you know what I would watch right now? If I came in to help you, I would see what position is this knee in the front, because I don't want to put it in a bad position. So what would be a bad position? Too far over the toe. It'll go a little, but not too far, okay? Then I'm gonna go down, and I'm gonna try to get down to the floor. I'm using the door frame. And help with the door frame. Let it pull you just a little. And then put your heel down. So hang on to the door frame, rib cage up, drop your shoulders, rotate into that back knee, use the door frame all the way down. Just go as far down as you feel you can. It's great if you can go all the way. And then when you go to get up, pull a little with your shoulders down and coming up. Take a big deep breath. One more time. Here we go. Down. So use that door frame. Then rib cage up. Press into the feet, use your door frame and come up. So if I wanted to give you something to strengthen your legs, help you walk better, that is simply using a door frame and your body weight, it would be that one, okay? Yeah, I can do all kinds of squats and everything like that, but let me tell you, if you can move down to the floor and back up easily, when you get to that point, which it takes doing 3, then it takes doing 4, etc., and on up, you will be amazed at how much strength that will give to you. Okay, so thus far, all we've used is a squishy basketball, a deflated basketball, not entirely deflated, but it'll still roll, but it's squishy. So yeah, you can use a weighted ball. Okay, so now, here we go. We're gonna put that sock right here, right at the knee or above, okay? At the knee or above. And I'm squeezing in so I don't drop it. That's the point. Now, before I put my ball there, and I'm standing, and I'm squishing, so it's very easy to squish a deflated basketball, very easy, okay? And that's what I want you to do, and I got my little bar, see? I got my little bar, so this far I've just used my dowel, a ball, it could be socks, it could be a little ball, it could be any kind of a cylinder thing that you can push into. So if you've got socks there, great, that's fine, push into it. So here's what I want to do. I got my dowel, and I'm gonna push my butt, I'll turn this way. I'm gonna push my butt backward as I squeeze in on that ball. Then I'm gonna go pendulum and pendulum up. So as I come down, I hip hinge. I really squeeze my adductors against that squishy basketball, squishy volleyball, squishy little ball, squishy socks. I got my dowel. I'm gonna push back. So my rib cage is up, my shoulders are down, and I'm pushing really hard, right there. I'm pushing really hard against that ball. Breath, breath, and then we come right here, and we're keeping our chin tucked, and we're pushing really, really hard, and we're dropping our butt, dropping our butt, dropping our butt, dropping our butt. Push really hard on that ball, and then you come up, and you let it rest on your head, right here. See, it's on my head. See the dowel? It's on my head. I don't have it up here. I have it here. Okay, so bring it down. As I come down and I get into a down position, I bring it above my head. I hang on to it. I squish, really squeezing the ball hard, hard, hard. Then I come, bring my dowel to my head, and I come up. Okay? Let your arms just hang right there. You still have tension on that ball. Okay? Drop your shoulders. One more time, here we go. Push the butt back, come down, and then reach with the dowel over the head. Squeeze, 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 drop your butt, drop your butt, drop your butt, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bring the dowel back to the head and come up. So why am I having you bring the dowel back to your head before coming up? Why would that be? This is why. Some of you may be telling me. Because if I have my hands way up here and I come up, that is a little more pressure. And I'm trying to mitigate the pressure on the back. It's not that it's a bad thing, but see, I'm not right there putting my hand on your back, making sure that you're in full, really good extension. And you might be rounding your back a little bit. And if you're down here and you're not in good extension here, as you come up, see, I want to shorten my lever. So I've got some engineers in class, and you understand this concept. But at the same time, I want to strengthen joints and muscles and bones and all that. That's why I want to squeeze as I come down. My dowel is on my head. Now I lengthen. I go a little deeper, a little deeper, a little deeper. Push the ball, push the ball, push the ball, push the ball. Bring the hand back to the head, the dowel to the head. Then I come up. Okay? So that kind of a challenge, especially if you're really squeezing in. So you can't just kind of do nothing. You gotta squeeze in on that sucker. Right there. Okay? Okay. Now we're gonna take our little dowel and we're gonna sit in our little kitchen chair. So this is my kitchen chair. I'll turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing a little bit. Okay? I have my weights. Yes, we're gonna lift some weights. However, let me reiterate what I'm doing with all this, with the ball. I am trying to move us into the ability to do more quick work with our feet. We did a lot of these the other day. If you were with me, we went toe, toe, heel, heel, correct? Now, if you're on your kitchen chair, put your hands on the seat. And what I've got to have you do, I almost want to tell you to raise your hand that you're going to promise me that you will open your hips back, even an inch. You don't have to go back hard. You have to go back just enough to feel that your stomach muscles have kicked, they've contracted. Right there is where I feel it. Now I can go, way down and really, I don't want to do that. A, I do not want you holding your breath. And B, it's not necessary to do what we're trying to do. I just want you to extend your back and open back. That way, if I come up here quickly and I do a heel on the ball and down, heel, but then I'm going to do toe. So remember how we did toe, toe, heel, heel? So the value in this comes with being able to do it 3 sets of 10. At least 2 sets of 10. Let's just do this kind of a thing. And here's the thing. I've got my dowel. It's right here, right? I'm going to put it in my hand. Now, what else could I put in your hand? Well, if I had somebody that wanted to do harder work, I could use this very same move and put a kettlebell in their hands of 15 pounds. Or I would use my weights. See, I could give you a weight. You have your weights, and I would hold it, and I would have you open, and then we would start manipulating our feet. So my purpose is to get you to learn this move. So I'm going to use a dowel, okay? So I'm going to open, and I'm going to go heel, heel, and then I'm going to go toe, toe, okay? Now, when you're doing that, if I were with you, I would be right next to you. And as you were leaned out and you were manipulating your feet, heel, heel, and then toe, toe, okay? My hand would be right here, because some of you, see, I said some of you, not all of you. See, slugs are different. Some are really sluggy and some are a little sluggy. So I would have my hand right here. As you manipulated your feet, heel, heel, toe, toe, because What happens is when you're thinking about what you're doing with your foot in a more complex movement pattern, heel, heel, toe, toe, you have to change, you forget to hold yourself in neutral balance, okay, with your neutral spine, I'm sorry. So heel, heel, lean back, then toe, 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 okay? Now stay toe, quicker, 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 tight tummy, breath, breath, got my towel. See, I could have a weight here. So if you wanted to have a weight, that would be fine. Just be very careful with your neutral spine. Take a breath, take a breath. Now go to your heels, heels, heels. See the ball, because it's deflated, is not moving. And if you have one of those squishy balls, that's even better. So I'm turning, take a big deep breath, heel, heel, toe, toe. Heel, heel, toe, toe. See, I'm changing, heel, heel, toe. And you'll get mixed up, that's okay, just keep going back. Okay, neutral spine, what does that mean? Rib cage up. That's what that means, rib cage up. Heel, heel, toe, toe. Heel, heel, toe, toe. Just a couple more, heel, rib cage up, toe, toe. Now heel, heel, heel. So I actually want to see you raising your toe up. And for me, my knee replace side doesn't want to get the toe up. So I have to go a little slower and make sure that I lift that little lazy foot up. So if you have to go a little slower, if you have to not use a dowel and just hold your hands here, get that toe up. Get that toe up. Make sure you're leaned back and your rib cage is up, and then go toe down and toe down, okay? So after we've done a series of those, which is what we did, now I want you to turn your toes in. Turn your toes in, invert, and then evert, okay? So invert, so here's the deal. I'm not right there with you, watching you. I can see you there, but I can't see every little thing you're doing. The minute that I had you use this ball for a target, even though it's not rolling, I still had to come all the way to the top, right? And I had to push my toe down, I had to push my toe up, right? And I had to be leaned back, right? Well, guess what some of you did? You know what you did? Some of you know where I'm going with this. You just did this whole thing almost in eversion the whole time. You almost, the minute you pulled your foot up, you let your toe go out, okay? How do I know this? Because I've been doing this a long time, and I've been watching people's propensity to gravitate to the easier route. So I don't want you to do that. I want your toes to be straight or almost in a little, because that goes against what we would normally do. And I say normally do, it's because it's you're not thinking about it and you revert to what's easier, and that's not necessarily what we want. Okay, so here's my ball, and I want to turn my toes really far in behind it. I want to get, and this one for my knee replacement side, very difficult to get it in there. That's why I want you to do it. So move it in, let it hang in there for a bit. While you're letting it hang in there, see, just turn those toes in, turn them in, rib cage up, take your dowel, bring it right here on your head, okay? And you're gonna bring one hand, the fist, behind your head. That's it. And then just drop. See that? Keep those toes in, keep those toes in. So it's re-stretching everything here by keeping those toes in. Okay, take a big breath, go behind your head, right there. Fist is behind my head. But here's the deal, my rib cage is up. I'm breathing through my nose, putting my toes together, then bring it up, right there. Let it hang there for a little bit with the toes in. Oh my goodness, it's gonna feel so much better. Okay. Now we are ready to stand up. So we got the dowel. I'm sitting in my chair. This is my chair today. It's a bench, okay? And a little bench like this is a really good piece of equipment. I can do all kinds of stuff if I knew you had a bench. But I'm doing what I know you have at your house, okay? And that's why I use a door frame, a little dowel, and a deflated basketball. Don't throw away those deflated basketballs. You can find them anywhere at garage sales. Here we go. People just don't know what to do with them. The minute I come out here, am I gonna reach my hands up over my head? No, I am not. Am I gonna put my dowel on top of my head? Yes, I am, okay? So I'm gonna get up with my elbows bent. I'm gonna come into this position. I'm gonna push into my heels. And you know what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna hold my breath. I could name names right here, but I won't. Elisa, no. Here we go, right here. I see you out there. So see, I'm coming right here. Now, what am I gonna do? The minute I come here, a lot of you go into your toes. Don't do that when you're holding your breath. Breath in, exhale. You ready? Right here. You bend and go into your heels. Shine your taillights. Boom. And come up. And we're right here. And we take that dowel and we go up into a big high reach. Now I want your shoulders to come way up, way up, way up around your ears. Really up around your ears. Bring those shoulders way up. See, I'm bringing them up around my ears. And then I come down. And then I put that fist right behind my head. And I push my chin in against that fist. So I get a great stretch right now. This is for K. And then I come back up. And how many of you at this point have locked your knees? Unlock those knees. Now I'm going to come down. I'm going to put that fist right behind my head. And I'm going to push forward with the fist. And I'm going to push back with my head right there. Then I'm going to come up. And I'm going to come back down. Now I've got my dowel. I could go back to my door frame because we're going to do some ball work. Okay, let me see. We're having so much fun with these balls, I've got to hurry. Okay. Now at this point, if I wanted to do more advanced work, and I was sure that you weren't going to trip or fall, I might pick a weight up. And I would have a weight in my hand over here. And then I switch it. Okay, but I'm doing this because I'm going over the ball and then back. See that? I'm going over the ball and I'm coming back. Okay, now I will tell you, every time that I come over the ball and tap, I'm going to tap in front of my toe. I'm going to come over the ball and I'm going to come back. Over the ball, tap, right there in front of my toe. When you're tapping in front of the toe, your propensity is going to be to lock your knees. Don't do it. Breath through the nose, rib cage up, tight tummy. Here I come up, and I'm going to come over and tap. See that? Then I'm going to come up and over. And I would say the perfect drill here is to come up and over using my dowel. That's my safety. I could do this in my door frame. See? I'm going to come up and over, tap in front of my toe. I'm going to come up and over. Every fourth or every third, or you say the number, you're going to come and tap the ball. See that? And you're going to go down and tap, down and tap, down and tap, down and tap, down and tap. So about every fourth, over, tap, over. That's one, over, tap, and over. See, that's two, over, tap, over. Three, over, tap, over, tap. Now I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna hit the ball. So when you hit the ball, don't press into it. You're still on this leg. And you go tap, tap, foot on the ball, tap, foot on the ball. Don't lock. Big breath, big breath, big breath. Two more. Back and back. So, how would that look like if I were doing it more advanced? I would grab a kettlebell. I'll grab a weight since I know most of you have weights. And I would hold this weight right here. See that? And I would come up and over and up and over. See that? So it's an up and over, up and over. See that? And this is 15 pounds. So it's heavy. Why? Because when I work with one weight in one hand, and then I switch, I use my back muscles, my abdominal muscles, my leg muscles, my shoulder muscles very differently. Then I'm gonna shift, I'm gonna come over the ball and tap in front of the toe. And if you find that you're getting out of balance, don't use the weight yet, okay? Everybody's gonna get a little out of balance because this is more challenging. I'm showing you variations. If I was gonna challenge you weight-wise, I'd make sure that your posture is neutral, and then I would keep switching. I would come up and over, up and over. And don't just kind of come around. It's really easy to do that. Number one, slow back. You're just learning this, okay? Now, this very skill of up and over, I could put somebody who was, you know, very athletic and young, I would have them jump, and they would jump up and over the ball. So I'm just warning you, don't pick this weight up until you feel very sure that you're not gonna misstep, because you know what happens? If you misstep and you land on the ball, that could be enough to send you, okay? So we're trying to do these feet, quick manipulation so that we learn to be more sure-footed and we can carry ourselves better. Okay, here's my 15-pound weight. Okay, so you might not be able to pick up 15 pounds. There may be somebody that came on today that just made it on. Yay for you. Don't use any weight. Use your body weight. Or use a 2-pound. Use a 3-pound. Use the lightest weight. That's fine. You're going to put this right here in front of you. You're going to bring it to your knee. You're going to bring it up. And then you're going to push right there. And see, when I go to the side, I'm sitting down into my feet. And it's like you're riding a horse. See? Because when you go shove this up here, you got to be supporting your back. So tight tummy, drop your shoulders, boom. Bring it back to the knee. So I'm on this trajectory. So what does this mimic? If you said wood chopping, you'd be correct. So see, my fingers are laced, my butt's pushing back, my shoulders are down. I'm gonna bring this to my shoulder right there. I'm riding the horse, tight tummy, and I'm gonna go boom. I'm gonna go boom. Take a breath. Breath, go. Breath, go. 2 more. 1 more. Then I'm gonna come right here to the center. I'm gonna go to the other knee. The other side. Okay, now at this point, I'll turn here so you can see what I'm doing. Extended back. Yes. Shoulders down. Yes. Tight tummy. Yes. Keep my chin tucked. Bring it up to my shoulder. I'm tapping the shoulder. Here I'm going to go. Tight tummy. Boom. Breath. Go. Go. Breath. Yes. Just 3 more. Here we go. Push. Here we go. 1 more. Da. Bring it down to center. Bring it down, all the way down, all the way down. Then bring it up, push out, and down. Bring it up. This should be heavy. Push it out and down. Riding into your heels. Riding into your heels. Breath. 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 2 more. We got it. Push into your heels. Don't let your knees come in. Okay, 1 more. I think that was 2. Kathy's rolling her eyes. I know she is. And come up, shake your hands. Shake your hands. Grab your dowel. Okay. Take a big breath. Here's your door frame. Okay. So if you're in a door frame, you can use it. If you don't have a door frame, use your dowel and just act like you're pushing against and you're walking forward. So my hands could be on my door frame, or I could just use my dowel. See, my elbows are down. I'm not flaring my elbows. They're down. I step forward and I pull the dowel back, put it behind your head. Actually, just put it behind your head. Take a breath, big breath, bring it back, step forward, really pull those hands back, push your head back against that dowel, against the head, push it back, take a breath, then bring it up, bring it down, and then one of my favorites to start or stop with is the door frame. Step in, don't let your feet slip, and then just set back into it. Set back into it, set back into it, take a big breath, let your shoulders really come up around your ears. Take a big hang down there, hang down there, hang down there. Breath, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back up. Shake out, shake out, shake out. Yay! Door frame and a squishy basketball or a deflated basketball. That's all you need. It was fun, right? I know, you loved it.